back to the Girls, thanks to Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We're back, ladies. We've got a good show this week. Obviously, we'll recap West Coast. We've got Sienna Tallariti joining us as our guest this week as well. We'll check in on our MVQ leaderboard and where that's sitting, as well as a little chit-chat about Western Bulldogs this week. We've only got a couple of games left in the season, guys, and we've also locked in a special segment for our BNF the Girls segment. So those tickets will go on sale soon as well. So keep an eye out for that, but we're super excited for that as well. But girls, first up, what hit your Twitch this week?
I can't go past you two on the plane this week. There's some great stories actually, which I want to make sure we get to Lex at the end of this, what hit our Twitch. But there was a lady jumped on the plane, had, you said, a 7-week-old little bub, bag, like full bag in the other hand and a backpack, and you just jumped up and like, do you need help? We'll carry it. We were at the front of the plane in like row 3 or 4. She was back in row 25. So bless your souls, you helped her carry all of her things down to the very end of the plane. And it was a beautiful moment. I loved it.
She also was asking me all about our games, and she had no idea about football, but I was teaching her in the short 2-minute walk down the plane.
Oh,
Isn't it funny, like, you know, when you ask someone, oh, do you need help, or like, are you okay, or whatever, and it's always like, oh, no, I'm all right. But then she was like, yes. I'm like,
yeah.
We're up like in 2
And then
seconds.
you were like, Gunj, get up.
Get up.
That was great.
I love
Beautiful.
that. What about you, Gunji? What hit your Twitch?
I think just the Perth trip in general, like just the sunshine and getting to the beach with all the girls for a bit, just being able to sit on the beach, have a little walk around, grab your coffee. I often find it really wholesome when we can do that in warm weather. And I often think, why do I live here? But no, we love Geelong. But yeah, I think that just that whole, that morning before the game, I think was really lovely.
Yeah, it has a really nice sort of feel to it, Perth. Like, I underestimate how nice of a city and a culture it has there. Like, it's
I
really
said
beautiful.
to you, I could see Webby living the WA lifestyle.
I might join you.
Pro-season.
So, yeah.
My Twitch this week, girls, was actually Lingy on the plane. Bless her soul. If you guys just would know that she is her own character, and she just taps into herself every time she gets a chance. Anyway, she gets on the plane and she's got a nice big fat burger, and she's like, I don't even care right now. I'm on the plane. Day after the game. She's worked her ass off. She can have a nice juicy burger, but it's just the most iconic thing.
And it was like, wasn't it like we flew
9 a.m.
Yeah,
and she's
9 or
having
10
a
in the
nice
morning.
Juicy burger.
Also the fact she just raw dogs the whole plane and reads the food menu only on the entire trip.
Incredible.
Every trip. I said, girl, it doesn't change at all.
She enjoys the simple things in life.
She does. Bless her. Love her.
Do you want to touch on Lex too,
gosh,
at the airport? How funny.
We on the way over, we get off at the airport and they've got the sniffer, is it border control dog? Or
Yeah.
So doing the rounds, kind of weaving in between everyone. Next minute, it circles around right behind Lex and just sits and just is staring up at her. He's like, do you have anything in your bag? Opens it up. Not 1, 3 mandarins. Mind you, none of us heard the call over the...
Yeah, they
like,
didn't
genuinely
say like
didn't
throw
hear
out,
anything.
because you're not allowed to bring fresh fruit into another state because of the fruit flies and stuff. So they're very onto it.
Poor thing, her eyes nearly popped out of her head. I think afterwards
we were
one
all
of the girls
laughing.
Like, give her a cuddle, give her a cuddle.
I've never seen her so red.
So red. It was just hilarious. So
no, it's good.
I'm
she
pretty
knows
sure
for next
Nina
time.
was telling me that her mum went over one year and fully got fined because she had an apple in the car.
Yes.
Oh, that was
you're
SA
kidding.
though, but like
in the car.
they're very onto it. So
very onto it. Poor Lex, she died. It was so funny.
Gosh. All right, let's get into our West Coast game. Not our finest moment, but we can say, or Dee and I can definitely say, Gunj, I think you had the best game of your career and probably the best game I've seen anyone play. And you know when you're just in like third person just watching and you're just like, I feel like I was watching a movie at times.
I sent Gunj a message. I'm like, I honestly just had a front row seat to the whole
to the Gunj show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very sweet, guys.
If anyone was obviously watching on the weekend, Claude had 16 intercepts. The most
16 for a single person,
which is
wild.
just insane. Which is the most this season, 6 overall in the league's history. But Dull, it was your contested marking that just I know how good of a contested mark. We're just pumping Gunja up right now.
But I'm just sitting here so awkwardly right now.
It was your contested marking all
thank
day
you.
that just sent it for me. I think the fact you did not get a Mark of the Year nomination, as you said, over the weekend,
AFLW.
was ropeable. And also, can we just get the comment of like the vision way better in
I
game?
know.
Like,
It would be nice.
I was just watching your specky off someone and I was like, this is the best mark I've ever seen. And then the footage, I was like, why did it cut mid-mark?
It didn't look that great, I won't lie. The one when I fell on the ground looked better, to be honest. But
That was great. I'm pretty sure post-game Becky said, oh my goodness, the one you took on the ground, you're an alien. I've not heard anyone refer to a fellow teammate as an alien, but it was a compliment. It was.
I was meaning it was out of this world.
No,
Like, it
I
was
appreciated the
unbelievable.
pump-ups all game, to be honest, guys. I reckon that kept me going, which was good. But I wasn't the only one that had a good game. We had a few people in our team that really stood up in moments when it mattered. Frizz had her 50th this week, so it was awesome to see her kick her goal and take her moment as well, which we love to see. And and there was a few strong efforts, especially from Killer as well, week after week. A few good spoils, game-saving, goal-saving.
You love giving out the game-saving moment.
I shouldn't have said that.
It's so great. But she is just a little weapon and going strength to strength. To see her, I remember going up to her post-game being like, for a first-year player to come in, do what she was doing and then be like, you know what, we're going to throw you in on the ball. We need something different. We need the spark that you're bringing. I was like, that's a massive compliment to her and the way she goes about her football, regardless of the result and what's going on. And I felt like, she had a lot of those team-lifting moments where you thought, you know what, I'm actually going to jump on your back, Killer, because you are driving us to the end of this game.
Yeah.
For the listeners, Killer will be the next generation of Geelong Football Club. She is one of the best little young players coming out, and to be found not even in the draft this year was well done to you, Benny Waller, for finding such a gem in the SA comp, and she has just taken every leap and bound that we haven't expected of her, but it's just amazing to see her growth.
She's just got a good head on her shoulders. She's so mature for her age and just an all-round Geelong girl, Geelong person. So
I couldn't agree more.
I love that. I just want to swing back to Frizz as well. My little sweet Frizzy, 50 games. I thought, you know, I've had the privilege of watching her develop into the young woman she is, and she lived with me for a bit in her first little year. So I feel very proud to see the journey that she's been on and where she's developing. And, you know, she's someone who actually just really cares about every single person in the group, and she always has the right intentions and very connecting. Like, she connects everyone as well.
She connects with her snacks too that she makes us every week.
She is a little chef cook herself. And if you guys aren't following her on TikTok, get around that as well. But anyways, we will touch on the game a little bit on the weekend as well. Obviously, Gunja had a great game and those girls that we chatted about, but it just sort of felt like West Coast were on top most of the game, wasn't it? Like, they sort of had control of the footy, and we were expecting them to go long down the line, and they did that, but they were able to sort of transition in a way that made it really hard to stop. It did feel at times like we had it in our D50, we had some control. It just sucks when you can't get on the scoreboard and then they go back and kick a goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting to look and see, similar to last week, some of the statistics that I probably hadn't realised of how much we did match them in a lot of areas, or maybe have some higher numbers. So, you know, those, just those efficiencies which we'll go to work on and probably, I don't know whether it sounds strange to say then it's not major, red bloody alarm bells and everything going on, to be like, let's get back to some fundamentals.
Yes.
Fundamentals under fatigue where we can make, whether it's our decisions or our execution, and just tidy those parts of the game up.
Yeah, I think we can sort of sometimes fall into that trap of the opponent is playing how they're playing and they're playing quite well, and then we get a bit panicky and sort of lose our own brand and our identity sometimes. And so I think just, like you said, there's no big major red flags that we need to fix. It's just, let's just get back to our brand of football and our identity and bring the composure in the game as well when things might not be heading the direction that we want.
Yeah, good wrap up there, girls. Obviously, we'll have Sienna on to have a little chat about her development over the course of her debut season. She's come into the back line and she's just a great gun of a player. Like she's got so much potential as well, which we're super excited for the future for her. But it'll be nice to chat to her all things footy, life outside of footy, and get to know a little bit about our Sienna. We'll be back, guys. Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with zero sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the Twitch? Available in Cool Blue, Grape and Strawberry Lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah The Girls podcast. Alrighty guys, welcome back. We're joined with our superstar gal, Sienna Tallariti.
Hello.
How are you feeling, darling? I really gave you one there.
Sorry, I'm super nervous doing this. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm feeling great.
Nice to be on the
just watch
potty.
out, you'll start to sweat soon because it's a warm room.
Oh, I
You've
already
got on
am.
the jumper.
I already am. That's all right.
Oh, we love it, girlie. Nice to be on the podcast. Have you done a potty before?
No, in year 12 though, my friend and I always had a free period together and we would just speak in front of our camera and no one saw the light of day of it. But we've got the videos and it's
Like
so
vlogging or
embarrassing.
something?
Yeah.
We need this.
Oh my God, that's
no,
classic.
everything in our lives, boys, school, oh my God.
We love it. We love it.
You should
So
bring-
she's an open book.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you have a YouTube channel like Lex?
No.
Oh, thought maybe we could go and find
get on
them.
it, I reckon.
Hell no.
Tala, you are a few games into your debut season. Do you want to give the listeners a bit of I want to get an insight too on how your debut was and the feeling of pulling on the hoops for the first time.
Yeah, very nerve-wracking. I think it helped debuting with Lex as well. Obviously roommates and whatnot, but it just put the pressure off me a little bit to not have to you're going to be the only one out there debuting. You got to perform out of your socks. Yeah. Super nerve-wracking. Happy that it was in Melbourne. All my family could come down and see. And I think it was a pretty good game to debut in against the Bombers. They hadn't lost a game at that stage, I don't think. And we were searching for our first win as well. So to be a part of the first win in a really successful game, bar the wind, it was really cool to experience. And then obviously putting on the hoops was really nice too.
And obviously, Tala, you didn't have that sort of easy run into yep, this is the game. It was sort of in the air whether you were up for selection that week. Yeah. How were the nerves feeling and how was the body feeling and how were you getting told that you were up for selection and ready to go? Yeah,
well, the turnaround from me running again to playing my first game was a month. So I had gone, I think, 3 months without even running. And then I got told the Port Adelaide game, which was round 6. So to get told 2 weeks prior, got a phone call, hey, look, you're up for selection this week. I was like, okay. Jules goes, how's your body feeling? I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's fine. Was
ready
it?
to go?
Probably not. But I was like, I'm going to do everything to make this team this week. And then I sat down doing revision with Flinny and Dan. Dan comes over my shoulder all soft. You're playing this week. I go, what the everyone else has gotten this video, this huge thing and this on a Thursday arvo. Yeah, you're playing this week. Okay.
Typical Dan fashion.
Literally.
Yeah. So I had to be ready. There was no
no second
how
guessing
you
it.
feeling.
Yep.
It was just go out there and play. So yeah.
And you spoke about having that big block of time not running, so obviously an interrupted pre-season, but talk listeners through, it is your first AFLW pre-season coming from state league into AFLW. What was that experience like in terms of, I guess, the professionalism? You weren't always on the track, but what you had to apply yourself with off the track as well, I'm sure was new. So talk us through what that was like stepping into the AFLW environment and your pre-season.
Yeah, it's a huge jump from Coates League, the league I came from. I think naturally I've held myself in a very professional sense my whole life. So coming in, it wasn't huge to be yep, you need to be here on time, you need to be doing this, that, because that's just very me, regardless. But definitely off the track was hard, doing off legs in the gym. It's so isolating, no windows, no nothing. It's just, you're in there while you girls are out on track. And it's as much as I would have loved to come out and watch you guys train and just immerse myself in it, I just didn't have the time. It would be, if I did that, then I'd be here at 9 o'clock at night doing my off legs in gym. So it was definitely difficult, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And I definitely knew coming through that it was going to be a huge step up, and just the speed of the game, everything, just even the training days, 4 or 5 days a week you had to be in here, and it's, it's nothing out of the blue, but definitely a huge step up.
Yeah, 100% Dull. And obviously you had a good part of the first part of the preseason training, and you
2
were,
weeks.
was it only 2 weeks?
I think it was
in the
because
end?
the pre-preseason.
Oh, the
Yeah.
preseason,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course. It felt like you had been here for a while. But it was almost like you were developing at this rate that was like, oh, bloody oath, Sienna's in the first game of the season. Like, you were training so well. And then to have that setback with your ankle, in terms of, you know, physically having to be away from the group, how did you cope mentally in terms of staying connected to the team and getting through that injury in that sense?
I'm a huge, as you girls would probably figure out now, I'm very quiet. I find relief in that in my own kind of presence sometimes, and I think when that injury happened, I just wanted to be alone for the first maybe week or two. It was nice going back to home just to see my family.
Yep.
Mum could look after me in that first week after surgery, which was class, but yeah, definitely probably could have reached out to you guys a lot more in that first couple months, even weeks, but definitely, like, as soon as it happened this Saturday, we all went out for lunch, I think, after that session, and we got coffee.
I remember because we were trying to figure out the car situation. You didn't want to be hassled. I'm like, get in my car. Someone else will drive yours. We will figure it out.
So it was isolating at times, but I think I'm probably more so to blame for that. Like, you guys definitely were there when I needed you guys to be, and I should have reached out more, but isolating, but definitely found a lot of stuff to do to keep my mind occupied in that time. I got into art, went down to the beach quite a bit when I could drive. And yeah, I just, whenever I came to training, I tried to be positive and everything. So yeah.
I feel like you should give yourself more credit. I do remember chatting to you in Macedon when we went to Dubs's, and you were talking to that, yes, you are a little bit quieter, but you know, what we've noticed, and from the minute you set foot into our group was, when you are on the field, that's when naturally your voice comes out, because that's just you playing football, and you're a leader in that sense, your voice. Particularly in the preseason and the pre-preseason, I was like, oh my goodness, this girl knows her stuff and she's not afraid to, you know, talk around that. But for you to acknowledge, that the off-field is a challenging space, and when you don't have that on field to give you that connection to get there, I think you should give yourself credit to the relationships you were able to make during that time, because it is hard stepping into a new environment, but your self-awareness, I feel like, is a great strength of yours.
Yeah, I think on the footy field, that's just something that I've always had confidence in. But you guys definitely made it a lot easier coming in as well, because you're also lovely, obviously. I remember coming in for the pre-season trainings, and just everyone the first time I rocked up was like, oh my God, hi, I'm this person. Oh, how are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm great. Like, I was myself. But you guys made it a lot easier for me as well. So thank you.
I love that. As G touched on, Sienna, like, your knowledge of the game and your ability to read the ball is next to none. And I guess that comes from development of football across your life. Do you want to talk to the listeners a little bit about your journey through the pathways, when you started picking up a footy and when you thought, oh, I'm pretty good at this?
I think definitely a lucky one. I was around when footy kind of started for women. Dad says I started kicking at football at ages 2 and 3. Who knows if that's correct? But yeah, so around that time I started honing in on my skills, some would say, but definitely grew up watching my brother play a lot, which helped. And then I think I started when I was about 10 or 11. Played all my juniors at the same club. Then Oakley reached out when I was about 15, which is part of the Coates League. They couldn't get in touch with me because Mum didn't have an email at that stage. I barely had a phone.
Bless your mum.
Dad doesn't have a phone. So trying to get in contact with us was just shocking. But as soon as they did, I was there for the next 3 years. And then along with that came various representative teams and whatnot. So I have had my fair share of football, and then got picked up to Geelong, pick 18. How marvellous.
How old is your brother? Is he much older?
He is 6 years older than me, so he's about to turn 25.
Yeah, okay. So you watched a bit of footy when he was
I used to go to his trainings. I was like that little sister that was just there kind of lingering around the boys. Like, oh, hi. Super awkward and nervous, but I frothed football. I loved watching it in any form. So
And you're a Richmond fan, much to our disgust. So how did that feel then, sort of getting drafted to Geelong, I guess?
I think it's pretty universal. When you get drafted, you don't care who you get drafted to. And in a national draft, I was more so happy to just be in Victoria, I think.
Yeah.
It's a shock. Dad still to this day is like, I'm not going for Geelong.
But we will get him.
Yeah.
We'll get him by the end of your career. Watch.
By the end of this pod.
Yeah.
He's got a soft spot for Geelong. I was actually talking to him the other day, and he said we, as in like Geelong. And I'm like, you're slowly shifting. That's great. Yeah, look, I don't go for Richmond in the women's. That's 100% for sure. It's a little bit of a shock, but at the end of the day, you're just happy to get drafted.
Yeah. And Tala, you touched on that you moved out of home since being drafted, and you're living with Lexi Girl, our other fellow defender, and who you also got drafted with and debuted with. So that must be a really nice feeling to have her there. But how did it go leaving such a beautiful European Italian family that it must have been pretty hard to leave?
Yeah, it's a huge culture shift, honestly, coming down to Geelong as well. I definitely made it easier on myself. I used to go up all the time in the pre-season every week, and I think in season I go about every 2 weeks. So I'm definitely not disconnected from them. But even just like the little stuff, like Mum used to do so much for me and I didn't even realise. I'm still...
It's a rude shock when you move out of home and you're like, oh, well, I definitely appreciate them a lot more.
Yeah, like she still calls me every 2 days. And, a lot of people are like, wow, your mum still calls me. I'm like, yeah, she calls a lot.
Oh, yeah, girl. Keep that connection.
Yeah, it's a huge shift from what I was used to. And even just like having your friends up there and whatnot. But... I wasn't opposed to the move. I was kind of excited at the end of it because you get to get away from your family a little bit, who can be a bit draining sometimes. So I get to live a second life, and I think that's pretty awesome.
I did want to ask you, because when we first met you guys, we had a dinner at Folklore.
Yeah.
And you basically were looking at the menu thinking, I ain't going to eat any of this. So you're pretty traditional with what you eat. Have you branched out at all since moving out of home?
No. I remember getting like the katsu, like the chicken katsu. No, that was the only thing
I was like,
ate.
this is a chicken schnitzel, you'll like it.
Yeah. I ate that and I was like, yeah, I'm full.
Yeah, so
I have not branched out at all. I get the same food every time I go to the shops. I haven't even like really ate out here besides polo.
But you're pretty good. You're a pretty good cook.
I like cooking.
Yeah.
So do you do most of the cooking?
No, well, we cook separately.
Separate,
Yeah, because she has her food, I have my food, and I eat at random times of the night. So it's it's too hard to orchestrate that. But yeah, I just keep to the same stuff all the time.
What's your favourite thing your mum cooks for you that you miss the most?
Oh my God, there's too
Question.
many. Ooh, she does a really nice lasagna.
Yum.
Oh, she does everything pretty well.
Yeah.
Even like the nonnas, like I'm missing their food a little bit, but I got to stay fit and healthy, and that's not going to keep me there.
Bless. It's so nice to hear of that connection that you have with Lex, and no wonder when you live with someone you learn a lot about them. But in terms of coming here, as you said, it might have been a little bit slow at the start, but who have you found that you've really connected with or have had some, strong influences over your time here, because you've settled in beautifully?
I think just like hanging out with people. I'm close with Feathers. Like we go to the beach quite a bit. Like you saw us there yesterday. She's like my little beach buddy, and we even went to a couple games. Killer as well, another young one. We're only a week apart in our birthday, so we're pretty much sisters. So she's really good to have around the club as well. Just someone else my age I can speak to. Both almost defenders. She was a defender. Same with Lex, Braggy even. And then I think Meg Mack has helped me settle in quite a bit and just get a gauge of overall professionalism as well, in a sense, coming into the W program. It's obviously going to be a different shift from where I came from, but she's just helped me navigate that a little bit better and just what to expect, what not to expect. She's just a huge role model as well, so she's definitely helped.
Our Maggie.
We love that, Tala, and we've loved having your presence around the club, and we know how exciting it is to see your growth and where you're going to get to in your career. I think you're an exceptional footballer, and to have you as a fellow defender, I know all the upside that is coming for you and what is to come. So it's been lovely having you around, and we can't wait for the future. We thought we'd wrap it up with a little bit of a fun game, as you know.
Here we go. Yep.
We've got producer Jessie passing us a cup here, which we're going to do which came first. And we'll do 2 each.
All right.
So essentially we'll read out something and then it will be like, or, wait, how does it go?
You just do one.
All right.
Okay.
We'll just go with the flow.
All right. So which came first? Dan Lowther's last game in the AFL or the first Harry Potter book published?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Well, I feel like I'm going to, I don't want to say the wrong dates. I don't want to make Dan sound older than he is.
Didn't Dan debut 96?
But his last game in the AFL.
Do we know when the books were published? Does anyone know?
No, but that's the point of the game.
I don't
G.
read.
Would you say 96? Well,
I don't know if that's correct.
Did you say he debuted in 96?
Yeah, I feel like, he got drafted. No.
No, because he played with Gary Ablett Senior.
Because I'm thinking like my
Wait,
sister,
2000s
they
then?
loved the books, and that was
2000s then? Early
So wait, what's
2000s
the
or
question?
not?
Which came
Which
first?
came first? Dan Lowther's last game in the AFL or the first Harry
I
Potter
want
book
to.
published?
I want to say the first Harry Potter
Yeah, I
book.
want to say the book too.
Correct.
They've been around.
Yeah, so Harry Potter was published when I was born, 97, and then Dan Lowther's last game was 99.
Oh, so that was quite close.
Yeah, really.
So Dan was
well done.
first.
Yeah.
Did we say Dan or Harry
No,
Potter?
Harry Potter was first.
Oh, sorry, got you. Yeah. What came
Well.
first? Yeah, all right.
Listen to our history lesson going on here. This is going to be terrible.
I can tell you now, none of us did history, did we?
All right, which came first? Oopsie. The inaugural AFLW season or Jimmy Bartel retiring?
Gunjuno. I'm going to say what came first, Jimmy Bartel
I'm
retiring.
going to say Jimmy, yeah.
He retired 2016.
What? No, he didn't.
Correct.
Did he?
2016 and 2017 was the inaugural season.
So it was Jimmy Bartel.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Bartel.
yeah.
Well done, girls. Dates over here.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't
throw
know
out
the
dates.
years. I can't remember
That's
what happened
great.
between 2010 and 2020, to be honest.
Isn't it still 2010?
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm
literally.
not part of this one. Okay, what came first? Prince William and Kate's royal wedding or the iPhone 4 release date?
iPhone 4 release date.
No, the wedding.
Didn't they get married like late 2000s?
It was like 2011
Or
or something, I
2011.
reckon, or 2012.
Oh,
maybe iPhone
maybe.
4
I wasn't
was
born.
before then. iPhone 4 was
That's-
before then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you guys both going iPhone?
Oh, no, it
no.
wasn't because I had a Samsung freaking flip phone for like, it wasn't even
I got an iPhone 5 in year 7, which I was 2013. So I reckon
it's tight.
the royal wedding
Maybe it
was
is the royal wedding.
before.
So then the wedding.
Wedding before.
Should have stuck with your first one. It was the iPhone
When did that come out? 2010.
2010. And then the royal wedding was 2011.
Maybe I was just budget back then. I didn't get the iPhone.
Samsung.
Wait, are
flip.
we keeping a tally? What are we doing here? Oh,
Yep.
producer Jesse's onto it. We got a tally. Okay. Make sure you hide the thing because you can see
Okay.
through it.
What came first? Sienna Tallariti being born or YouTube being founded?
YouTube being founded.
It's only 1 year off. You're
Really?
correct.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm born
2006. Yeah.
YouTube 2005.
2005 YouTube was founded.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What do
I'm
you
more
mean?
shocked that you're born in
It
2006.
wasn't around before 2005. You're joking. That's wild.
That is insane.
That's why
Okay.
we didn't make it on YouTube, ladies. That's why.
Ironic I get
Oh
that
my
question.
Yeah. I'm glad you did. All right. What came first? Google being founded or Becky Webster being born?
Oh. Well, you would have been born in Oh no, are you a 2000?
2000.
I'm on the dot.
baby.
That's how I know her birthday all the time.
2000 baby.
Oh,
And
wait, can I guess this,
surely
obviously?
Google-
I
Yeah.
think Google was before then.
Would have to be.
Everyone Google.
Yeah,
internet?
Google.
Oh, actually,
Why do I think Google's 2001?
Oh.
well, if YouTube was around in 2005, that's 5 years having internet with no YouTube. Maybe I'm
So
first.
maybe
Maybe
you're
this is a trick.
first.
Maybe
What are you
I was
going with,
before
ladies?
Google. I'm going Becky first.
I'll go back.
Let's go, Becky.
Nah, Google.
Oh, damn. When
Google
was
was 98.
Oh,
no.
that was when I was born. Okay.
Thanks for that, G.
Irrelevant information for our listeners.
All right,
Okay.
what was first? Claudia Gunjaka making her first AFLW debut. Argentina winning the 2022 FIFA World Cup.
Wait, but you've just said what year?
Yeah, but when did she debut?
I'm going to say
Oh, because it'll be to
Argentina
the date.
won first.
What month did you debut?
She's not going to share it with us. Well, that was end
Summer
of
season.
the summer season.
No, I'm pretty sure I was still in Sydney.
2022.
I wasn't.
You were
No,
the second
I
one.
debuted.
But weren't you in
Yes.
the two in when we had the 2
Yes.
seasons in one? You were the back end.
No, first. I
Did you do
played
the
the
summer
whole
and
year.
then-
Yeah.
You
What
would
do we
have
think
been
then,
first.
So I'd be
girlies?
first then.
You'd
So
be first.
Gunj would be
Because Argentina was
Yes.
May, wasn't it?
Argentina was December. So January you debuted. Gunj, you were first.
I didn't,
well done.
I didn't even know what year I debuted. That's like-
I'm pretty sure I was still in
right.
Sydney.
We got 2 to go. Bear with us. All right. Ooh. Oh, don't look at it. What came first? Meg McDonald's AFLW debut or Patrick Dangerfield winning the Brownlow?
Oh, did Paddy Dangerfield win it in 2016?
Oh,
He was in
I
Adelaide,
think-
so
I think it was Paddy Dangerfield and Meg debuted in 2017 for Western Bulldogs in the inaugural season. No,
No.
2018. And I think Patrick Dangerfield won it in 2017.
no,
Or
he-
2016.
26. It was
So
either Nat
Patrick
Fife or
Danger-
him 2016 because it was Dusty 2017. So
Yeah, all right.
knows.
Danger first, danger first.
Yes, correct.
Give us the dates.
Wow, yeah, 2016 for Danger and 2017
Oh,
for, you
2017.
got it right.
Yeah, 2017 for the Dogs.
Oh my goodness.
Last
Tal,
one,
you're
girls.
good with years.
I love my dates.
Seriously.
Okay. What was first? The first episode of Friends premiering. I can't say that word.
Premiering?
Yep. Or the West Coast Eagles joining the VFL/AFL.
oh, West Coast.
Oh, the VFL AFL.
No,
Not the W?
Oh, VF.
Friends is
Wait,
90s,
AFL.
yeah. Well, VFL, AFL, West Coast.
I'm going to say.
Wait, which came first?
No, they were 2000s.
I'm gonna say
I'm going to say Friends was first.
Friends was first.
No, wasn't it?
Good. What's your answer?
I'm gonna say
the
West
opposite of
Coast.
ourselves.
West Coast was in 1987.
Yeah.
87?
And Friends is 90s.
90s, 94.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, well done, Gunji.
done.
I feel like West Coast hasn't been around for that long, but they have.
That's
They
surprising.
Wow.
All right,
Well
Jesse,
done. What's
who
our-
won that?
Who won the tally?
Me,
2 for me. Does that mean I win?
No.
Oh,
Me and Teller 4.
That's a close finish. Gunj takes it out by
Come on.
1 point.
I love some competition.
you can't start with that, Jesse. I got my hopes up. Do you know I win?
Bless. Well, Tala, thank you so much for coming on the pod and sharing. Like, the listeners love to learn about our first year players and to think of how long your career is going to be. It'll be exciting one day to reflect back on this and your first sort of moments and reflections. So thanks for coming on and can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Thanks, Stella.
Thanks, Dal.
See you, girls.
Fast Twitch Energy Drink is from the makers of Gatorade, developed with over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes to help you physically start fast and focus the mind to get your workout ready. Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of the Girls podcast.
All right, guys, we are back. It was great to have Sienna on.
Talariti.
Talariti.
Is that what you said?
I don't know where that
Talariti.
came from.
Ciao, Bella Talariti.
Ciao, Bella. Oh, we love her, and she's been a great addition to the group, as we all know. And oh God, I feel like I could talk to her for hours and hours and hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she just flows with conversation so well. But we love having her on, and hopefully the listeners got a little bit of an insight. We'll move on to our the Girls MVQ for round 9 and see where we're sitting, everyone. I feel like we might have some similar players in our thing as
Yeah.
always, but let's start with you, Gunji.
Yeah, so
You're
I'll kick
one.
us off with our one vote this week. I've got Killer in again. She's did some solid spoils on the weekend, and week after week she shows us that. But again, on the weekend, I was just so impressed with some of the contests she gets to, and she puts her body on the line. And yeah, so she earned my one vote this week.
I love that. My one vote this week goes to our fellow Gigi.
Oh, thanks, Gilly.
You had an awesome tackle out on the wing. I can't remember what quarter it was. Was it the third quarter? Second quarter. I was on the bench at the time, but I was looking across and I was like, that was amazing. And I
Yeah.
also wanted to shout out a contested mark you took on Ella Roberts, who
Yes.
is one of the best
girl.
contested marks in the
Yep.
team. And your body work was amazing. I remember watching it come in and I was like, all right, I feel like maybe you might lose this
Yeah,
one
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Ella
fair.
Roberts. Fair comment. And then next minute you just clunked it. And I was like, I think I came up to you after you kicked it and I was like,
did.
gee, that was
It
amazing.
was. It was very good.
But well done, G. You won by
Webby.
one vote.
Thanks, Webby girl. My one vote this week, as we touched on earlier, was Friz. Awesome in her 50 game. We have touched on the goal that she scored, which comes from hard transitioning forward. But particularly in her, the second quarter is where I really remember it clearly, but her link-ups to exit out D50, she was everywhere and really clean. So we actually gave her our doubles award this week for helping out the defence. So she gets my one vote.
Great, Frizzy. All right, moving on to 2 votes. Frizzy for me. So exactly what you said, her goal, but just her transition as well all game I thought was awesome and really helped support us again in our D50. So 2 votes, Frizzy.
Frizzy, 2 votes for me. No more said because we've nailed it.
And I went 2 for Killer for same reasons as Gunj. Her spoil method she's a defender, but no matter what, when she gets the fist in, it literally goes,
So
I reckon,
impactful.
3 meters almost away from 3 to 5 meters away from the pack. So well done, Killer.
Good stuff, Killer. All right.
3.
Moving on to our 3 votes. Becky took the words out of my mouth. But exactly what she said about your goal-saving tackle and your
The game-saving tackle that was shouted out.
goal-saving tackle, and also your contested mark, but also your ability to just find composure, especially I find on the boundary line in particular. When you are getting pressured over the line, you just are amazing at that, and you are able to find a release kick, or you take the thought of, I'm going to get tackled over the boundary here to give us a stoppage. So 3 votes for you this week, G.
Thanks,
Well
Gunji.
done, GG. My 3 votes goes to our fellow defender, Gunju. Woohoo! We obviously shouted her out in the review, and obviously your contested marking all day, Claude, and just I was just watching in third person, like this is just the next level game I've ever seen anyone play. So
I appreciate that.
well
Thank
done,
you.
Gunj. 3 votes for you, babe.
And I've got the exact same votes. And sorry, I couldn't add anything more. So I hope you've done your tally up real quick,
I've
because
done my
Becky's
tally.
taken the words out of my mouth. You are unreal all day, Gunj. So where are we at?
I appreciate that, ladies. Well, this is bloody embarrassing.
Queen of the week.
I'm just going to get this over and done with. Queen of the week this week is good. Done. Okay. So, moving on.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
Jesse, slow it down in 2.0 or whatever it is. Okay, so let's go to our leaderboard this week. We've actually had a lot of movement this week, which is exciting. So a few of the girls that were at the top of our leaderboard kind of didn't poll. So we've had a few jumping.
Look out.
So let's kick us off with, sorry, this is getting complicated now. We have lots of people in this space.
Are we
Maybe
doing
a
just the
3,
top
2,
3?
1.
Like
Yeah.
who equal third, equal second, equal first?
Yes, I do want to shout out Zali as a big mover because she's hit, I think, equal 5th or 4th on 9 votes, whatever that
Nice.
is there.
Love that.
So let's go. Oh, okay.
No?
Let's go equal 4th. We've got Jackie Parry, AMAC, and UG on,
Oh,
jumped.
on
yes,
10 votes,
GG.
which
I've
is
got a vote
awesome.
since round 1, so I'm stoked.
How good?
Yeah.
Equal 3rd is Lexi and myself on 12.
Oh, nice, ladies. We've
And
got a few
then-
defenders up here.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that too.
So Bowie is now in 2nd place on the 14 votes, and Killer has jumped to first.
Wow.
Oh my
on
God, I'm so
17.
excited.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
Oh my God,
This
2
is
games
making
left.
for a great
Run
leaderboard.
home.
Great leaderboard.
I was going to say
Yeah.
ladderboard, and that's not the word.
So we have a few games left, so it will be exciting to see who ends up on top, and which we will probably announce.
Well, I'm thinking, do we keep it maybe a little bit on the down low? Do we
Yes.
try and leave the last 2 rounds where we go through our votes? If listeners can do the maths, they can do the
Yeah.
maths. But we might
Great
shout out
shout.
Queen of the Week,
yes, I like that.
but we don't give them the leaderboard.
no leaderboard.
Oh my God.
So for the next 2, or however many we've got left, then they're left.
And the
guys.
girls
Waiting.
won't do that much math. They're not good at that.
No.
So yeah,
No.
we're-
Let's do
this
that.
Is good.
And then we'll
I
leave
like
it to B&F. So get your tickets.
Yeah.
All right, quick recap. Top 3. We've got Killer.
Killer, Bowie, Lexi Gunj.
All
Great.
right.
Alrighty.
Great. Oh,
right.
this is exciting.
It's on.
But as we know, you could get a 9-vote game.
Exactly.
And just
someone
be
could-
right up the
Someone
top.
could jump from like equal
Well, I was 7th.
10th and get to the top.
Yeah,
Look out.
we're on.
We'll have a quick break, guys. Thanks to Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink, and we will be back.
Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with 0 sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the twitch? Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
All right, guys, we are back. Thanks to Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We are off to the Rat this week. Ballarat, that is, against the
Ballarat.
Western Bulldogs. We've obviously come off the back of a travel week, but it meant that we've got 7-day break.
Yeah.
Which means a full week of training, which is always nice to get the legs running, and then play Western Bulldogs on Sunday, which is super exciting. They're obviously an upcoming team. They've got some pace. They like to surge the ball forward, so we're very excited to play them.
Yeah, they've I've watched them the last few weeks and they've had some really good wins and they're playing some really good football. So that's on Sunday, the 26th of October at 1:05 p.m.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Gunj. They're playing some really good brand of footy, and I think it will be a great test with what we're going into focus on this week, with the way they move the footy and that they are fast and lots of pressure. So to gain that composure, to be really fundamentally sound, I think it will really marry in for us to be able to test ourselves against them.
Yep. Absolutely. So get on down to Ballarat. Well, there's nothing else to do on Sundays. So come down to Ballarat and come check out the game against the Doggies.
Alrighty, guys, we'll be back next week for another episode of Yeah the Girls, but thanks for tuning in and we'll see you soon.
See you then.
Bye.